Okay, welcome back to Heroes 3 as we continue Barren Lands, and we do have a little bit of a problem to deal with, which is Jaegar has landed with his actually pretty strong force, and he's kind of between several of our towns, so he could threaten our stronghold town, could threaten our cove town, also theoretically could threaten our tower town, but I think we can probably take him on with the help of the Armor of the Damned. But things are not looking too great for Jaegar. He's lost most of his forces. I don't think we're going to be able to hold Ash off from taking Manufactory from us. Do really wish I hung on to those, at least the Minotaurs, other units I could have left. But yeah, those would have been pretty handy in the fight against the Azure Dragons in the last episode. Anyway, let's go to this Redwood Observatory. Let's see what is about. So yeah, you can see that Teal has really not claimed that much of these lands, and in fact, we can see Orange has been here too. So we kind of have free roam for a little bit, but I'm fully expecting someone to come along and kill us at some point. Okay, Malekith is going to go into the town and pick up a few extra spells. I'm not exactly sure what forces we'll give him yet, but we'll come back to that. Dima also needs to go into the town, pick up the additional spells, the additional knowledge, interact between these two for the scholar boosts. And yeah, that should be him pretty much set and ready to go. So let's go back out of the town, although before we do, we should take some faster units, I guess, although most of these are not really going to work because of the snow penalty. So I guess we'll take one of these for now and figure out what to do later. I'm still kind of working this out. Okay, so you do not need these. I think the artifacts we have we should probably keep. We should take this with us too, I guess. Don't think the spyglasses stack. Could take the Master Genie from Malekith, I think that's fine. So yeah, we'll do that, and we'll bring him back in this direction, just to take the additional units off Darkstorm. Okay, then if we go back to Lena, we've claimed the gold mine back. We've already confirmed that there's nothing too much here. A little bit worried about this town. If we do get attacked, I'm not sure we can hold Jaegar off. We do have 6 Haspids, 33 Acids, but this hero does not have great stats, and I'm not sure she can really get the job done. Is there anything else we can do? We could take the Sawmill, but that's possibly too far away. I think I'm going to go into the town and just hope for the best. Lorelai's going to check this out. So someone has actually been here and taken that, which kind of surprises me. I think we do go to the watering hole before the end of the turn. And I've not managed to click on the scholar there, but never mind. Okay, Dima. So the key thing is I want Darkstorm to get on the ship next turn. Darkstorm's going to go east, going to land near to the stronghold town, pick up some extra forces, and we should be able to use those to hopefully hold Jaegar off if he goes in that direction. This town probably also needs some strengthening. Before I forget, I can't remember if we actually... Yeah, we do have the resource silo here. Potentially quite important because Crystal is a little bit lacking. Okay, so in this town, let's start going for some basic unit production. So we'll go guardhouse. This town also, we're going to go... it's day 5, so let's stay focused on unit production for now. Let's go for the hellhole. This town we've already looked at. I think, well, Gunpowder Warehouse would be pretty tempting because they would be, Sea Dogs would be very good against Archdevils, but the issue is it's so expensive. I'm not sure we can really justify it if it seems likely we lose either way. And yeah, I don't think there's anything else that's super urgent. Upgraded Cyclops Cave at some point probably does make sense. We could also potentially, if we do take Darkstorm away, we could sacrifice some of these units at the Freelancers Guild. Maybe some of these dungeon units that are just not practical to build up. We'll see. I think we can probably end the turn there. If Malekith does go for this, we already have Landmine. Probably have some fights here we can take with him, but Pack of Crimson Coatl is going to be too much. Okay, so someone else can come out of the town, so one option is to send Mephala out. Better option might be to go with someone like Jedi, so unfortunately it's just dwarves this week from this town. If we go for upgraded Dragon Cave, I think we still want to save our gold towards the end of the week try and get some treasury boost. So yeah, I'm just going to keep it simple, end the turn there. If I do send Malekith across, I guess he could take a bit of a lesser tower force and go west and open up some of this stuff that is completely unclaimed. That should be more doable. Yeah, I think that makes sense. So I will actually spend some gold here, and let's not waste too much time. Let's actually go out and make use of this guy. So we're going to go with, I guess, the full stack of gremlins. Going to leave behind the green dragons, probably leave behind the manticores also, ogre magi also. 48 of these versus even more of these. I think we want even more obsidian gargoyles, and that's pretty much actually all of our gold spent. So scratch what I said about the treasury, I guess we're not really doing that. So 18 iron golems. If we trade for these, we could probably get it done, but we have to give up a lot of sulfur. Might not be the way to do it. Although yeah, I think just a basic tower force, probably fine to do. I will do some trading. So we go for this, we go for these, that is all of them recruited. I'm going to leave the Scorpion cores behind, I suppose. I'll take a dragon. Can be useful just to absorb retaliation, and if we're doing that anyway, we might as well take a couple of other rampart units. That seems okay. Then we go south, so the nearest shipyard is... Actually, it doesn't really seem to be one in this zone, but there is a free ship just down there to the south. Yeah, we're still not going to be strong enough to take this fight with the Crimson Coatls, although we could sneak in from behind. Not going to go for that ship. Not going to go for summon boat. I think, yeah, let's just go straight to the south. Let's not waste his turn. This is definitely a map where pretty much every hero should be doing something useful. Okay, gonna end the turn there. So this hero is also potentially a threat. We do get attacked in this town. I did mean to recruit a hero here, but I have no real faith that we can win this. Yeah, so losing a few pretty useful dungeon units. Don't usually see them go for the Mirth. It's an unusual choice. So do we have a chance of actually getting a kill? We can try it against these. We're going to have a bad time with the fire shield, but let's just do it. We can trick them into walking into some of these landmines. We might at least get a few kills. Okay, 3 kills from those, that's pretty good. Okay, so we are actually kind of thinning these out. There's no chance at all against the Archdevils, but we'll see how it goes. Goes for the Frost Ring, and does focus down the Minotaurs. Okay, so this stack needs to wait. This stack waits. Archdevils still have all their hit points. Yeah, there's not really anything for us to do here other than attack these. Try to distance these units a little bit, but I don't think there's much we can do. Okay, terrible luck does us no favours, but we do at least turn those to stone, so if we're lucky we might hold out for a couple more rounds. Seems unlikely though. Yeah, they do actually just free themselves from the stone gaze. I'm not sure exactly what happened there actually. As Zaida is moving towards the cove town. Okay, so that's the one we're least able to defend. Orange does actually appear. Not a very strong hero, and probably not strong enough to take the town, but annoyingly strong enough to chase us down. So let's grab what we can. Okay, so Gunnar next. There are a few things we can grab. Let's go and do that. Bit of a terrain penalty to worry about, but never mind. Okay, Sandals of the Saint. I will go for this because it's approaching the end of the week. I guess actually experience I'd still rather go for. And we're going to go towards the Ivory Tower, which has probably been claimed, but we need a few extra fodder units to take on the Crystal Dragons, which feels a bit strange in month 3. There's only a few left. I wonder if someone's tried and failed to take those on. Okay, Darkstorm comes back. We're going to pass across all of the tower units. Maybe we take a couple of these, or at least one or two of them. Could come in handy. Keep the Sea Captain's hat, I guess. Actually, it kind of depends. So, we have to decide who are we actually going to really use to explore, and I think we'd have to swap the Sea Captain's hat and the Armor of the Damned around regularly, which would be kind of annoying. But yeah, I think Darkstorm is the obvious choice to actually take on Zaidar. So that means Dima becomes the Explorer. So do we want to take any of these artifacts? I think they're all pretty useful in Darkstorm. Okay, so Dima, we're going to give him a couple of artifact sets. So for this one, need to swap this around. There we go. Okay, nothing else much for Darkstorm to do. Pretty sure the crypt will have been cleared out. Let's just go straight to the boat. That leaves Dima also likely to grab a boat. Is there anywhere better we can do this? It might be worth going for the Crimson Coatls to the south. Also see if there's anything else worth fighting. Although, it looks like we can board a ship this turn, so we might need to do that. No other tower units to be picked up. Yeah, let's just go grab a ship. Nice, that does work out. Okay, advanced scouting on Lorelei, let's just move along the coast, grab some more resources. Malekith can't quite reach, so let's go towards the obelisk. So this town is very much threatened. Zaidar approaches. We are pretty close to a new week. But yeah, if we go Maelstrom, we actually can't afford to buy the actual units. So this is probably going to be a similar situation. There's not a lot we can do to hold these off. Just gonna have to go with this, I think. Maybe a couple more buildings before we do. So, City Hall, actually. I shouldn't have done that. I should have gone for dwellings so close to the end of the week, but never mind. In this town, Archer's Tower. In this town, we could go Unicorn Glade, but it uses up most of our gold. Still, I'm willing to do that. Does that lead us towards Dragon Cliffs? No, we need Mage Guild level 2 for that, so actually it doesn't matter too much. Okay, I think this town is probably safe from attack this turn. Let's just have another look. So yeah, Aiden also approaching, but he's very weak. It's possible Zaidar could reach. I do kind of doubt it. We'll go for some acids, and we'll do a little bit of trading. Okay, swap the locations around a bit, and just gonna have to hope this works. It's surely not enough, but there's not really much else we can do. Tavern situation, there's Agit and there's Marius, neither of which are particularly worth going for. Okay, could just end the turn there. Do we go and finally bring someone like Jedi out? The problem is he doesn't have enough forces to really do anything. If we were to go to the west, pick up some units on the way, we could pick up 49 Beholders. No, I don't think it makes sense to do that. So if anyone comes out, it should probably be Mafala. What can she actually do though? She can pick up some gold. That's all she can do, I don't think we bother. Yeah, no, I don't think that makes sense. Okay. Maybe you really do come out. I think we should trade. So we have no artifacts to buy. So this is the other thing. We could buy some artifacts from here. We have no artifacts to sell. Do we go out west just for the sake of taking this on? So this is now lots of Nagas, which is potentially pretty tough. Jedi himself is... He's an okay spellcaster. He can go for Meteor Shower 3 times, which is probably enough. Question is it worth it to take that massive detour? I think we'll go for it. Okay, so we end the turn there as Aiden is approaching. Red is potentially going back on the sea, and yeah, Zaidar is coming straight for us but can't quite reach. Unfortunately, it's just day 7, so we can't get fresh recruits. And Orange, I think, is still chasing us down. We can't go for summon boat with this hero either. So I could try and go through here, perhaps. No, there's no way through. Alright, so we might just get caught. Let's see what this is. Ah, so there is teleport there. We don't have that one yet. Okay, so Darkstone, as you can see, still has plenty of movement points, even without Sea Captain's hat. It's going to take us a couple of turns at least. Oh, actually 4+ turns. Okay, if that's the case, let's grab some bits on the way. Some scouting, as there's nothing there. Okay, so Dima's really strong. I will actually go straight for the monolith. Very curious what's through there. I think we haven't done that one, but never mind. Shrine of Magic Gesture, nothing much from that, and yeah, let's just land. A few extra resources before the end of the week. So this is not so important. I think we do leave Jedi here for the turn. Oh wow. Still not enough. Okay, let's just wind round. Do some scouting while we're here. So some losses expected. We'll use this as a chance to power ourselves up. So we've got a few spell options. We've got the Chain Lightning, for example, but not enough spell points for that. Can go for 1 Meteor Shower. I think we don't go for anything just yet. Do we have Precision? We do not have Precision. Air Elemental is too expensive to go for. Nothing else really stands out. Maybe Bless, it's pretty cheap. So who benefits most from that? So this is 1 to 2 damage. These are 3 to 5, 7 to 9. Okay, I think we do Bless these. So 9 to 14 kills with these. I think we do send them forward to finish these off. These perhaps actually go for a block. So Lightning Bolt, 187 points of damage. This does 208. So for the sake of 6 spell points, I think we Lightning Bolt these. These defend. These will attack. These wait. Okay, that's fine. So, Warehouse of Crystal to the south, that's actually kind of tempting. Quicksand there, and nothing else really worth going for. I think we do get in the ship next turn, as Jaegar is going to go for this, and don't need to stop at the well, although it is kind of annoying that we pass one as the Mysticism Specialist. I'm pretty sure this won't work, but let's check it out. Okay. Unexpected, but we'll take it. So Resurrection means we shouldn't need to take any losses here. And these could help us a lot in the next fight. Just gonna take this off because I think it looks better. Okay, no losses, and 12 enchanters for that, wow. So I don't think we spread these out because we want to resurrect all of them think we do just go for this. We are expected to lose, but I think we'll be fine. Should be a much easier fight than the previous. I'm hoping these will hold out to cast a spell, and hopefully we don't need to go for Resurrection on the Firebirds. So we could Meteor Shower all three. I might actually do that. So these go as far away as possible. These wait. These cast the Mass Cure, that's not exactly what I was hoping for. We go for the Meteor Shower on these three. As, oh wow, they actually resist. So 20% chance to resist a hostile spell and they both get it. Somehow not surprised by that, and the one that dies is in the middle, which we could have breath attacked on. Oh well. Do we absorb Retaliation here? I think we probably do. Okay, Firebirds hold out for now. Red Dragons also, that's great. We'll go for Resurrection. I'm a little bit worried that it's going to be tough to keep both of these stacks. Although these are mostly doing fine. If we go defensive, we should be able to take a hit. And let's wait. These do not cast again. Okay, just going to move slightly closer to safety. We'll go for this attack, though there is a chance we take a kill as the luck does actually help us out, and they're now going to focus down the enchanters. So 7 health left. We definitely wait. Does it make sense to use any spells other than Resurrection? I think perhaps not. But this stack shouldn't attack. This one should absorb the Retaliation. These go for this, and these come through too. Firebirds will take a loss here. Okay, so let's bring one of those back. And let's wait. Do kick in with another spell, this time the Mass Bless, and yeah, we're going to do the same thing. Absorb the Retaliation, as actually they have very few hit points left. That's fine, we'll finish these off. These go defensive. Then we resurrect. Absorb Retaliation. Then we attack. We attack again, and we're going to have to go for probably one more Resurrection, as Firebirds actually do hold out. See if we can finish these off. It should be fine either way, because they have pretty low chance of resisting this. We'll try it. There we go. Does work out that time. We're going to go for, I guess... We are going potentially back to the ships, because I do want to upgrade the Red Dragons. But yeah, the problem is, if we go for the 5 Black Dragons, we go to the Seer's Hut, we get our massive attack upgrade. We would have to give up our 5 Black Dragons, which means we don't have too many forces left. I think we go for Expert Navigation. The idea, I think, is we're going to go for this too. Get even more enchanters, go west, and I think we will go Crystal Cave before we come back. I don't want to send Jaegar all the way back to the dungeon town or something. Don't think it's worth doing that. But yeah, we'll take this. Jedi is fine where he is, and this town... Is it worth going for the upgraded Maelstrom? So if we did try to... Wow, I'm just thinking how good it would be if we could actually get an accurate shot on the Rust Dragons. It's such an expensive thing to gamble on. We can't do both. The Maelstrom is more expensive in terms of gold. So yeah, I'm actually going to go for this. It's probably a mistake, but I think it's worth a go. We'll take as much strength as we can, and that's going to have to do. I guess we can take 6 basic Sea Serpents. Hope for the best. So a little bit of gold still to spend on our towns. Let's go for... I said Hellhole previously, but we haven't actually got that yet. Let's go for the Hellhole. And I think it's still worth doing some selling. Just to keep this town going too. Then this town's probably fine. Yeah, I don't want to sell stuff for the Unicorn Glade. We need those gems for other things. Okay, let's end the turn there. As Red does steal our ship and does come to attack Lena. So I'm hoping they won't focus down the Sea Dogs immediately, they probably will. As we choose to focus on the Rust Dragons for some reason, and okay, Zaida has Ballistics too. Goes for the summon, and yeah, it does go straight for the Sea Dogs, so that completely didn't work out. If anything, their best contribution is probably just to absorb Retaliation. So our spell options, we do have a few, they're not great. 70 points of damage from the Ice Bolt. We could kill off some Ifrit Sultans, similar to the previous fight. I don't think these spells make much difference. So yeah, so Precision is going to increase the attack of these by 3, which is about a 15% increase, it's not really worth it. If we were to haste something, the obvious choice would probably be these. But I don't think we do much with that. So yeah, I think we'll weaken these. And let's wait. We probably do need to hold these in place, but we'll do it with something else. We could also actually focus these down, which might make more sense, because when we ultimately take this guy on with a stronger hero, we need to be able to damage him with as many spells as possible. So this stack is in some ways the biggest threat. Although this one's already been weakened. I'm just going to go for this. Okay, 2 to 3 kills from these. I think we... yeah, stay focused on the Ifrit. So you do get lucky in response. These will go for the attack on these. If we move up to attack even more, we'll obviously make ourselves a target for the Magogs. That's probably fine, they're quite far away, as the bad luck kicks in there. Okay, just going to spread the units around a bit. And these are free to go out. They can go for the Rust Dragons, which have actually been a little bit weakened. But I think... well, we can actually kill a lot of these off. But the double attack is going to do more damage on these. So we go for that. Towers are now focusing down the Magogs instead. And yeah, the Ballistics is unfortunately so good, we lose 2 of our towers, and these now come in to... not even to attack, but just to block us. Okay. Decent chance we kill these off. Let's... we definitely want to hold them in place. They move next, yeah, I think it makes sense to attack. Then we do get morale. Let's go for... do we try and focus down the Rust Dragon? I feel like we could still get it. Whereas the Archdevils are still healthy. We are currently blocking our way through the Sea Dogs to absorb Retail. But Nyx Warriors could also do that. I'm going to try waiting. This deck waits. These will go for the Rust Dragons. Should be able to take the hit in response, which they mostly do. These weaken them some more. Okay, 30 of these left. I think... so there's a good chance we finish these off. Only problem is, if we do that, we're allowing the Cerberite in. Should also bear in mind he does have Summon Earth Elemental, which is potentially a problem later. We probably can keep them out of this fight, but... okay, so they actually do survive, which I'm not sure how I feel about that. I guess it's kind of a mix. Okay, we're going to go and attack these with our strongest stack possible. And this stack actually should just defend. So let's go for another Ice Bolt. Let's go for it on these. These defend. Towers choose the wrong target. Okay, starting to focus down the Sea Serpents. We do lose one of our final stacks. 206 hit points to go. I feel like this can be done. Ah, the bad luck kicks in. Still got to keep trying. There's a chance. Ah, the first aid tent also kicking in. But let's still go for it. Okay, wow, that ice ball did a lot of damage. I think we're gonna just miss out, that sucks. 12 hit points to go. So 18 sorceresses, the Pit Lord shouldn't be able to get involved. We can still do it. There we go. We do take down the Rust Dragon. I'm going to call that a victory of sorts. But nothing else we can do now. So we lose Lena as well. She is a really good source of gold, but I think it's better that we had her try and defend. Okay, Weak of the Marksman, that doesn't really benefit us. Let's keep taking all of this. Sure, I'll claim this. I think there is a way through, but we'd have to break through a horde of Magorgs, which we just don't have a way to do that. Okay, does it make sense to land? There's nothing much on this island. This island is probably, yeah, it's probably still not worth it because it's so close to our hero in the next turn. If we land here instead, there's nothing much there either. So yeah, I think we do just have to continue towards the town. This kind of island is the kind of island I think Malekith should go for. Okay, let's check this out, see where it goes. This is interesting. So it's just a treasure zone. We didn't get our spell points back, I should have done that. I'll go with knowledge. What's the easiest way to get those spell points back? Is there a well? No, okay, that's really unfortunate, I should have done that. So the unicorns are still easy to take on. I think we can probably take on the Crystal Cave, but might not be able to prevent so many losses. So this one shouldn't take any losses. Then we go for this. It's day one, so not the best time to be taking these on, but see how it goes as, okay, they can go straight for those. Just got to strengthen these as much as possible, I guess. We seem to have mass spells on this terrain too. Okay. We are at least hasted going into the next round. Should be able to take this hit okay. That one's not a mass spell. Still no kills, wow, okay. I'm not sure what that was about. I'm not going to go for Scholar, just going to go for Air Magic, and this is really expensive to go for, but it's definitely doable. Okay, gonna come back. Lorelei claim this, and that's as far as you can go. Do you have a spellbook? No. Okay, gonna go for this instead, I guess. It's fine, we're still accumulating the Crystal Dragons for the foreseeable future. Okay, that is enough of that. Let's start going south. I think we can probably take this back. 8 Magi for hire. Let's probably go for those since we're passing through. I'll check out the refugee camp. Rogues. No, let's not bother. So I'll do a small amount of trading for this, that's fine. We are actually losing a few towns. It's a setback, but I think it's temporary. So I really don't want that guy to claim everything, but we will at least get the Tower Town back. Could actually go north too. With the enchanters we might have enough. So it's now 2 turns to land. If we land here, that probably makes the most sense. Do we have enough movement points to go for this as well? I think we do. We already done that. Yes, we have. Okay. Let's just land. Malekith is going to go west. And let's land here. Okay, I'm going to actually take this with Jaegar, I think that's fine. Then we take the town back next turn. They're going to have, yeah, a fresh batch of recruits, but not enough to take us on. 1 crystal from that, okay. This is probably similar, yep. Barren Lands still being Barren Lands. Fine. Lorelei, come back. You go back to this, grab some sulfur, grab some gold. So, chances of escape. I can't remember where orange went. Oh, there. Yeah, so no real chance of escaping them that way. We'd have to take on the Gogs, which isn't going to work. Bit of crystal is nice. So actually we're pretty close. Pretty close to just affording the crystal dragon. In this town... Let's go Citadel for now. This town also, I don't want to spend too much. We'll go cages. Try and keep the costs low. I stand by what I said about the compound interest. It might not kick in for a little while, but when it does, we're still going to see how the treasury can break the game. Plenty of time yet for it to happen. Don't think we want to spend too much else. I'm just going to end the turn there. So he chooses not to get back on the boat. Okay, he's going to claim the enchanters. That's fine, you only really benefit from the enchanters cast once per battle. We're going to go straight to the south and I guess try to escape that way. Already visited that one, never mind. Okay, so we want them to target the Magi, they probably won't. But we'll see how it goes. Expected to lose. Yeah, we do go for the enchanters, that's fine. We're just going to wait. Take the buff, and... no real weak stacks to target. Guess we'll go for these. Meteor shower these 3. Okay, looks like the giants are going to put themselves in range, that's perfect. Very bad play on their part. These will go for the Magogs, because I don't want to take losses to the Magi if we don't have to. It's like the game heard me. Okay, we bring those back, we will have to do so again, but never mind. Kill these off. I think we do go for these. The Iron Golem should come to attack us. Then we retaliate. Probably kill them off at that point. Hopefully take no further losses. Okay, they choose to go for those instead. Okay, so they really spread those losses out, but yeah, we're still the Mysticism specialists, so let's bring back as many units as we can. So, to recruit in this town, actually they left the Master Genies, which is the best thing they could have done for us. Very happy to have those. Leave the Magi behind, spread those out, and we've got still nothing really resembling a serious power stack, but bit of a decision to make whether we go south. Because we're going to miss out on the Enchanters. Miss out on the Shackles of War too, unless we take him on after he takes them, or she. If we go north instead, I think Jaegar could win against Xydar. I don't really want to miss this quest. The other thing is, if we don't deal with this hero ends up probably taking this. But if we go north, if we go south, maybe we lose this town too. They have upgraded the Cloud Temple, which is nice. I think we'll go Mage Go level 3. See what we get. So we do have Teleport. Could be handy at some point. I think we do go south. I think we can get on the ship next turn. So yeah, I think that makes sense. There is a little bit more for Lorelei to scout to the east, but I'm not sure it matters that much. Okay, we will take this. The other good thing about our first Crystal Dragon is they do provide 1 crystal per turn. And I wonder if we can use them to absorb retaliation from these. Problem is, I'd really want spell points going into that. Also, the Tunic can't even be equipped over the Armor of the Damned. Another thing as well is, if we have a Crystal Dragon, we now have our fastest unit is speed 16. So in that previous fight, for example, as the aggressor, we would have been able to curse the Crystal Dragons before they moved. Okay, we have just enough movement points to get back in the ship, so that does work out. Let's check this out. That's very doable. Just need a small amount of gold. Okay, a devil from this. That actually could be enough to get some things done. It's a start. So let's trade 24 wood, 21 ore. Go back to this. We're going to take the devil. Before we do, let's go and do this first. Oh wow, 20 enchanters. So Malekith now has a pretty good force himself. We'll take the devil here, which is enough for some really basic fights, though I'm not sure what. So Gunnar does at least have a spellbook. He does at least have... doesn't even have magic arrow, which isn't great. Yeah, we probably don't take any of these fights. We'll try and get him some more units at some point. It's fine. Meanwhile, Malekith, if we go to the south, we go to the west, we can take on Minotaur Kings, get access to more sulfur. Sulfur to the north as well. Terran penalty is a bit of a problem here, but I think we still continue. Hopefully the Dragonflies will target the Wood Elves. No, they go for the Master Gremlins instead, okay. Yeah, it's unfortunate because it doesn't have enough spell points for Resurrection. Yeah, okay, fine. So we'll take Advanced Water Magic, 4 Wyverns. They'll drop our morale, but that might not be such a massive problem. We'll see. Okay, so a small amount of gold left to spend. If we spend it in this town, we do have a couple of new heroes in the tavern. So we got Dace, the Minotaur Specialist, and Floribert, the First Aid Specialist. Don't think we prioritize those. Let's just trade one of these, see what that allows us to do. Let's Go Griffin Bastion. Maximize unit production and end the turn there. So it chooses not to take the Shackles of War. Okay, I almost wish he had taken them so I could take them off him. They have taken my boat. Orange has taken my boat. So this sea, after being a real hunting ground for us for a long time, is no longer exclusively ours. Shipwreck Survivor there as well for them to take from us. Can we get over there? It'll take a few turns. There was the Temple of the Sea here too. Where was that? Because I think we could do that type of thing. Way through to the underground too, that's worth bearing in mind. So the Temple of the Sea, there's also the Dragon Utopia, which we could also do. Okay, let's remember to put on our Sea Captain's hat. And I think it makes more sense to go west. Pack of Titans there, very small chance they join us, I doubt they will. I'm also going to look out for a way to get our spell points back. So that might just be to land near the Inferno Town. Or we could take all of this, we could actually come over, take this town. He's definitely strong enough to do that. Okay, we are going to go west. Take this down for 3,000 gold. We can land here, check out the Seer's Hut, or we can continue, but we cannot land. I think we'll land. So +1 attack skill here, 9 Ancient Behemoths up for grabs. That's potentially enough. Also want to see if we definitely do have enough movement points. Yes, we do. Okay, great. So rather than spend wood, I would prefer to summon a boat. There we go. And Jedi is going to take this at last. Should have split my forces more. Maybe we can make it work. Okay, that looks good. So we meteor shower these three. These will move up. And we wait. Yeah, I shouldn't have done this. I should have at least split my forces more. I think we do this. Okay, we defend, new round begins. We could try going for haste, which I think is probably fine. So they're up to 8 speed, which is not really enough to get away, but it does allow us to attack. Or they can move. So I'm actually gonna... I'm gonna weaken these because they can reach me for sure. So Resurrection's not available to us, plus we do not have the requisite level to really do a lot with that. 12 spell points is not enough for Meteor Shower. It is enough for Blind. Blind will last for 6 rounds. That's probably actually best. So we go for this. Okay, it made this harder for myself than I needed to, but that's fine. We finally get the Sulphur Dune. Basic Eagle Eye. No, I don't think we do. Basic Earth Magic. There we go. That's what we wanted. So we now just need to level that up, and we potentially activated Jedi as a proper hero. Meanwhile, Lorelei, I think, continues to go towards the town. If we did go onto the ships, we could try to chase down Coronius. I think we would win that. Still going to go for this. They want to flee, we will take them on for the experience. I don't want to take too many losses because this guy is not our strongest. Okay, morale situation is in fact pretty bad. Okay, no losses, perfect. So, day 4, do we go for this? I think obviously we do. And grab this before the end of the turn. Okay, lots of wood picked up. I shouldn't have picked up that last bit because I could have gone for a boat, but I do wonder, could we take on the Magogs? If we had better spells, I'd be more convinced. Maybe Stone Skin could work. It's probably not wise to go for it. Like, we could just rehire the hero and that's fine, but I do want to stay in this zone if we can. Yeah, it's pretty clear Teal is not able to hire as many heroes as they'd like, so I'm going to go for this. And keep moving close to the town. So that allows us to potentially recruit some units here. I think we stay focused on our other towns for now. So this town does seem to be fairly safe, which is great. This one still needs some better defenses. Let's go for the monastery. Citadel in this town. Upgraded Dendroid Archer is pretty cheap. It's a pretty small upgrade, but also obviously worth having for the additional speed. Okay, so 12,000 left to spend. I think we do want to wait in this town until we have enough to recruit everything. So let's not do too much. We can go for some extra spell power. I think we do that. Then we come back. And that's fine. So red potentially coming for our town, no surprises there. With our expert navigation, maybe we can scare them off. And orange, after all that, just chooses to land immediately. I should have gone for this. Let's do it anyway. Yep, so we got our expert navigation. I reckon we can chase Ash down. No problem. We'll go this way too. Check it out. Okay. Interesting. Leads to a Seer's Hut. See several Azure Dragons there. We have a better force to do that with, but we probably shouldn't. Okay, let's stay focused on wiping this hero out. So yeah, this expert navigation making a massive difference. I'm not worried about this fight. So do I kill these off before they can do anything to us? This hero, unfortunately, doesn't have the Chain Lightning. To bear in mind, our opponent also did not pick up Shackles of War. I think maybe we just go for this. Don't have too many obvious units to buff. I guess we go for these. Oh, anti-magic. Not sure that's quite what we need. Okay, we get the air shield. Doesn't help us too much. We've already taken losses to this stack, so let's go for these. Okay, I'm going to stay focused on Resurrection. I could meteor shower these two stacks, but I think they're going to mostly focus on the enchanters. I'm going to send these in as a block. These can hold this down. So we're not going to retaliate against Naga Queens, which means the Pit Lords won't be able to get round. Okay, so if we go for something like this, we could end up using Frenzy, which is not something I like to do. I'm going to go for a first Resurrection. Anti-magic protects them from our own Resurrection. I might have to dispel that. Okay, no kill against these, but I think we go for it regardless. As their morale situation is possibly even worse than ours used to be. They're going to try and get a kill on those, and they do succeed, unfortunately. Okay, need to start going for some resurrections. Red dragons should be able to hold out. Let's kill these off. Need to be careful not to anti-magic again. I think we just skip some turns. Okay, let's go resurrection number 1. 6 to 7 kills through this. So I think the Pit Lords can't reach the enchanters regardless. Does it therefore make sense to go through? I think we wait first. Okay, they get the mass slow. And we get the mass blast. Okay, let's go for this. Okay, we managed to undo it with a haste, and now I think we do go for this. So we kill off their enchanters, bring ours back. These stay defensive, they should be able to hold out. These go for the block on the bridge. And we have most of our units back. Let's start focusing down some of their actual threats. Resurrect these. These are about to take a loss. Do we therefore move them away? No, I think we stay in place. Yep, now they just have to slowly cross the bridge, and that's fine for us. Frenzy at this point would be fine if we get it. There we go. Okay, let's kill these off. Let's go for 1,100 points of damage, 1,070. Not too worried about spell point situation, so let's kill these off. They learn it through Eagle Eye. But we're frenzied, so we're strong enough to... Nope, we're actually not strong enough to kill those off. Oh, and that's pretty bad. Oh, that's really bad. I thought we'd make it. So now, if the red dragons... If Ash flees now, which obviously should happen, we lose a red dragon, we can't go for the quest. Oh, that's so annoying. I really thought we were strong enough to get that done. It's not like we can resurrect through other means. There's no chance she doesn't flee, surely. Unless she does have Shackles of War from somewhere else. The other thing is the Horned Demons will just attack. Oh wow, that's kind of a disaster. If I could pick any unit to lose, it would have been, yeah, any unit other than that one. How are we going to get more red dragons? It's going to take ages. We could town gate. Oh, that really sucks. Shackles of War would have been good there. We can still get some. I think it's in some ways more useful than the upgrade, although Phoenixes would be nice. Charm of Eclipse is not bad. Yeah, the thing is, this makes me want to do something else with Jaegar. I think we actually... Maybe we actually use Jedi. Because this map is long, very long. I think that's already been pretty well established. So what we could do is we go send Jedi back to this, we go for upgraded Dragon Cave, pick up lots of black dragons, use Jedi to take on red, which is not looking super doable now, but we have a bit of time to build him up. So we could use him to take on red, and ultimately he will get down to the south. Go to Marigold the Seer. By the time he does that, we will have a level 5 guild here. Maybe that's the way to do it, because yeah, I can't bring myself to send Jaegar back now. We'll take Shackles of War, we can always unequip them, and they are pretty handy. Okay, 20 sulfur, 15,000 gold, that gets us 1 rust dragon. It's not as useful as the crystal dragon, but I'm gonna take it. Okay, Lorelei will go into the town for now. Let's go and buy a spellbook. So having done that, we have the freedom to remove one more hero from a town. So I think probably Mafala for that. Let's go for Fire Lake before the end of the week. Need to go for a castle too. This town. Castle's less important. Not really producing that many useful units. I'm gonna go for stables. So these are 6 speed, these are 5 speed. I guess we stick with the units we have. So we do have the option of going out and grabbing a few small things from around here. But no, I don't think it's worth it. Let's stay in the town. Oh wow, Green Keymaster's tent. So that's something we probably do need at some point. Basic leadership would solve our morale problems, but those are short term. Stormbirds also want to join us. So this is even more potential morale issues. I think I'd rather have the green dragon than 4 wyverns. Does this guy have diplomacy? Is he one of those? No. I think this is just a map where a lot of units can join you. So if we go for the several fairy dragons, I don't think that's super wise. We don't have all of our spell points back, so let's do that. I would go for this with Gunnar, but it's not actually that great a reward. So I think I'd rather get in a ship. Yeah, we can get in a ship, we can try to meet up with Dima, we can take a couple of these units, and we can actually start using Gunnar. Okay, so other things to do. This town is potentially going to be threatened at some point. I have not been keeping track of Red's heroes. I know they've been moving around. Just gonna have a look one more time. So if I had to guess, I'd say that one is still Zaidar. I've completely taken my eye off him. Let's have a look. No, it's Aiden. So I don't know where Zaidar went. Completely stopped looking at that. I don't think he's threatening this town, but we'll continue to build it up. So Alamar can also go out. He does have some pretty good units available. What can he do? So he's not strong enough to go for this. Still, he's not really achieving much here. If we did try to take this back, assuming Zaidar is out of the picture for now. So that's not too well defended, and Aiden's not that great either. We'd have to really invest in this. So yeah, we can go for 7 of these. Yeah, it's going to take a few more turns to really make sense. I'm going to stay in the town, I'm not going to overcomplicate things. I can't believe gold is actually a problem. I feel very arrogant to have talked so effusively about the treasury, but still plenty of time for that to become more useful. In this town, Mafala goes out instead with 2 Ifrit. She does have pretty good spellcasting. She does not have resurrection. I forgot about that. So she needs to meet. Maybe this is the thing to do. Maybe that makes sense while we do have the ability to send someone out of a town. Let's actually send Alamar up to get a boat. Ah, wow. Okay. That's always the way, of course. Alright, so in the meantime, we could go for stuff like this. Yeah, that's fine. Gonna end the turn there. Hope for wisdom. No. Okay, so I want to bring Dima and Gunnar together. Dome of fire magic there, but no way to land for it. We're not too far. I think we could do it. So is that the best thing for Dima to do? If we were to land here instead, we can go Cape of Velocity. That's also really handy because it means the Rust Dragons go up to speed 19, which means against pretty much anything except Phoenixes, our Armor of the Damned will kick in. I'm not seeing anything else as appealing. I guess going underground would be nice. Finally find out what's on the other side of the map. Because yeah, this is all just one side of the map. We have no idea what's going on the other side. Where is quickest way? So it makes more sense for Gunnar to spend the additional excess movement points. I kind of do want that Cape of Velocity. I also want to see if we can get these Titans to join us. I'm gonna go south, and I think Gunnar will catch up when he catches up. So that's no place to land. Yeah, I think rather than scout south, and I'm not even sure we can land there. We do have that scouting though, so let's move a bit closer. Okay, there is the option of landing. So we can explore new lands, or we can try to get the Titans Cape of Velocity. I think new lands is the more exciting option. Let's go for that. You grab the Keymaster's tent, and I don't think we need more units, so let's ignore that. And it looks like, well, we're actually pretty close. I'm not sure who that is, and then I think we did see, if I had to guess, I'd say that's Zaidar. Okay, let's go and take on these behemoths. Our spellcasting alone should win this for us. So we go for the mass slow. Okay, 0 to 1 kills if we go for this. We're currently out of range, so I think we go defensive, defensive. Next round begins. So meteor shower, we can get 3 stacks there, 3 stacks here. Not possible to get any more than that. We'll go for these 3 since they're the 3 biggest threats. Then we wait. We'll go for this. Oh wow, okay. Thought it's worth a go to save a meteor shower. These are in range of this stack. Okay, so we might need to go for a resurrection. Yeah, we can kill these off. I shouldn't have done that, it just made them more vulnerable. Try and kill these off if we can. Yeah, we do take a loss because of the frenzy. I had it in my head that we took a loss, but I forgot, of course, we did lose one of our 5 dragons, and that was the whole issue. We do have enough movement points to still get back to the ship. And yeah, everything else is taken. Not going to go out of my way for the Tree of Knowledge, it's not that important. Okay, so Jedi probably does want to go back towards the town. Vala grabs this, Alamar gets in the ship. This town we continue to upgrade. So if we wanted to go for Forsaken Palace, we need to get a lot more Mercury. Which we can do. So that is presumably Zaida, we'll check that out. Orange is going another way, so we're free to continue exploring and continue getting buffs. There's an Azure Dragon Guard there. Sandals of the Saint once again. Dwelling claimed by Orange. If we can actually get this guy to the point where we can take some basic fights, that might be quite useful. Okay, Gion's back on the water. Jedi is going to go straight towards town. Okay, so the way up to this part of the map is northeast. So do we put Mafala on the ships as well? I don't think we do. I think we just bring these 2 together. Okay, so the fight with magic elementals, these are immune to our Armor of the Damned, but still gives us a few stat boosts. We don't have enough to go for a resurrection. I think. Do we bless the Titans? Let's see. So yeah, they got the quicksand to contend with. These are in range, so we kill these off. Then actually don't need to cast spells at all. Ah, still in range, okay. So we do not have teleport, we cannot get them to safety, but there's almost certainly going to be some quicksand in their way. Nope, but we do actually survive the hit, so it's fine. Basic offense, let's take that. And we break through to the other side, and we're finally going to see a little bit of what the other side of the map is like. I think we just go straight for our boat. And still need to find some spell points, but we'll continue to seek those out. I'm going to end the episode here. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed. Do check the players link in the description for all other episodes, and I'll see you next time.